Imagine the sound of hammers clanging against iron, the smell of freshly sawn timber, and the sight of ships, massive vessels, taking shape right before your eyes. This is the Arsenale di Venezia in its heyday, a hub of relentless activity where thousands of skilled workers crafted the finest warships in the world. It wasn't just a shipyard. It was a symbol of Venice's dominance. Here, Venice didn't just build ships. They built an empire that would rule the seas. But how did Venice, a city constructed on small islands and marshland, come to dominate the Mediterranean and navigate major conflicts? And what's the deal with Venice and the Fourth Crusade and the sack of Constantinople? Well, grab a seat, because we're about to dive into the incredible story of how Venice became one of history's biggest maritime republics. Plus, we'll uncover lessons you can apply to your life today. At the heart of Venice's success was the Arsenal, the largest industrial complex in Europe for centuries. This wasn't your average shipyard, it was a marvel of innovation. Picture this: an assembly line of ships, centuries before Henry Ford made it famous in the automobile industry. The Venetians had perfected the art of mass production, building warships at a speed no other city could match. The Arsenale became the beating heart of Venice's naval power. Over its storied history, more than 4,500 ships were built there. With a workforce of up to 16,000 people, the Arsenal's efficiency was remarkable. During wartime, a galley could be fully constructed, armed, and ready to sail in a single day. This gave Venice a distinct edge over its rivals, allowing them to respond quickly to threats and maintain a strong presence across the Mediterranean. It wasn't just about speed, it was about quality. Venetian ships were fast, durable, and designed for long voyages that made the city rich. The Arsenale was Venice's secret weapon, and even today, you can visit parts of it during events like the Venice Biennale. Walking through it, you can almost hear the rhythm of history. But let's not stop there. Venice's rise wasn't just about shipbuilding, it was about strategic thinking. Next, let's explore how Venice's location turned it into a major commercial hub. Venice hit the jackpot when it came to geography. Positioned between east and west, the city became a gateway for goods like silk, spices, and precious metals. But Venetian merchants weren't just traders, they were diplomats, brokering deals from Egypt to Byzantium. This is how Venice built its wealth. This adaptability, the ability to make friends and allies in the right places, was crucial to Venice's success. Their rivals, particularly Genoa, tried to compete, but Venice always seemed one step ahead. Which brings us to the next part of the story: the battles Venice fought to maintain its power. The rivalry between Venice and Genoa was one for the ages, two maritime superpowers battling for control of the Mediterranean. While Venice had wealth and strategic alliances, Genoa was no less formidable, known for its swift ships and fierce determination. This wasn't just about trade routes, it was a fight for survival. The conflict reached its peak in the late 14th century, culminating in the Battle of Chioggia in 1380. The Genoese fleet had sailed into Venetian waters, and for a moment it looked like Venice might fall. Chioggia, just a short distance from the city, had been captured by Genoa. Venice, for the first time in its history, was on the verge of defeat. But Venice didn't give up. In a bold and daring move, Venetian forces cut off Genoa's supply lines, trapping the Genoese fleet in Chioggia. The siege dragged on for months, but Venice's patience paid off. Genoa surrendered, and this victory cemented Venice's maritime dominance for centuries. The Battle of Chioggia wasn't just a military victory, it was a turning point. Venice's ability to endure under immense pressure, to adapt its strategies, and to exploit its knowledge of local waters all led to a decisive victory that crippled Genoa's power. The lesson from the war with Genoa is one of resilience and strategic brilliance. Venice didn't rely on brute force. Instead, it used its knowledge, patience, and cunning to outlast a superior enemy. Then there's the Fourth Crusade. The Fourth Crusade was not just a religious expedition, it became a defining moment for Venice, transforming the city into a powerful empire. Originally launched to reclaim the Holy Land, it took an unexpected turn that would change the course of Venetian history forever. In 1202, European leaders, inspired by the desire to recapture Jerusalem from Muslim control, sought the help of Venice. The Venetian Republic, eager to expand its influence and bolster its economy, agreed to provide a fleet for the Crusaders, but with one critical condition. The Crusaders needed to pay for the ships, and they had to ensure the repayment of a significant debt owed to Venice. However, as the Crusaders gathered, their plans began to unravel. Struggling to raise the funds, they diverted their path and instead laid siege to Zara, a Christian city allied with Venice. This bold maneuver enraged the Pope, who excommunicated the Crusaders. But Venice, seeing an opportunity, supported this new campaign, solidifying its hold on the Adriatic. The true twist of fate came when the Crusaders, still in need of funds, set their sights on Constantinople. Lured by promises of wealth and the potential to capture the rich Byzantine city, the Crusaders abandoned their original mission. In 1204, the Crusaders launched a brutal attack on Constantinople, resulting in the city's sack. This catastrophic event allowed Venice to gain significant territory and wealth, including vital trading routes and lucrative trade agreements. The fall of Constantinople also marked the beginning of the Venetian Empire in the east. Venice established control over key islands and cities in the Aegean and beyond, turning the city into a pivotal maritime power in the Mediterranean. But the Fourth Crusade was not without its consequences. Venice's reputation was forever altered. Its role as a defender of Christianity was overshadowed by its ambition and opportunism. The city had evolved from a protector of the faithful to a powerful commercial empire, wielding both influence and wealth. The lesson from the Fourth Crusade is clear. Venice's adaptability and opportunism helped them rise, but it also shows the risks of overreach. Sometimes, ambition can come at a price. Finally, we can't forget Venice's long struggle with the Ottoman Empire. Their rivalry spanned centuries, but one battle stands out: the Battle of Lepanto in 1571. With their allies, Venice managed to score a decisive victory against the Ottomans, halting their expansion and securing a temporary edge in the Mediterranean. Though this victory bolstered Venice's reputation, the struggle between the two empires dragged on. For years, the two powers fought back and forth, vying for control of key territories and trade routes. Even as Venice celebrated moments of success, the growing power of other European nations signaled that both the Venetian Republic and the Ottoman Empire would eventually face new, insurmountable challenges. So what can we learn from Venice today? The key lesson is adaptability and the power of strategic alliances. Venice was never the biggest or the strongest, but it was the most adaptable. They knew when to make peace, when to make war, and most importantly, and how to get ahead through strategy. In today's world, whether you're running a business, working on a team project, or facing personal challenges, adaptability is everything. Look at companies like Apple and Microsoft. They form partnerships to stay ahead, just like Venice did with its trading partners. Imagine you're working on a group project at school or leading a team at work. You might encounter unexpected challenges such as tight deadlines, limited resources, or differing opinions among team members. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, take a cue from the Venetians. Identify who can help: friends, colleagues, mentors. Don't go it alone. Teamwork is Venice's greatest lesson. For instance, if you're launching a new initiative at work, consider forming a cross-departmental team to pool resources and expertise. By doing so, you not only enhance your chances of success, but also foster a culture of teamwork and shared goals. Every challenge you face is a chance to use your adaptability. But like a muscle, adaptability needs practice. In new high-pressure situations, staying calm and open-minded can be tough. Our natural reaction is to fall back on what's worked before. That can be fine when things are familiar, but in new situations, it can hold us back. This can lead to bad decisions and missed chances. So if you encounter this situation, be brave to pivot. Remember, comfort and growth don't go hand in hand. It's absolutely normal to feel overwhelmed, and it's therefore always good to have a mentor or allies that can support you. So as we reflect on Venice's rise to maritime power, let's take away this. Resilience, adaptability, and strategic alliances can lead to success, whether in the Middle Ages or the modern world. Venice's rise as a maritime power wasn't just about ships or trade. It was about vision, adaptability, and strategy. From the bustling Arsenale to the distant markets of the East, Venice ruled the seas through a unique combination of innovation and alliances. What challenges have you faced recently that required adaptability? Share your story in the comments, and let's discuss how we can all navigate today's challenges like Venice did centuries ago. Be sure to catch the next video in our series, where we'll explore Venice's cultural and artistic renaissance. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this one. And don't forget, share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.